again, Gavin, thank you for having me on. We thought it would be fun, Gavin and I, to do a quick little uh, top three live albums. Now, I kept mine, tried to keep mine to like official releases, so you don't just have like some random show recording from wherever. Official live releases is what I kept it to. I think that's kind of what you were thinking too.
Yes.
But I think this will be fun. So I'm curious to hear what your three are.
Yeah, mine are definitely similar to a previous podcast that we did, picking our favorite live shows. Mine are from all over the place, but yeah, I'm interested to see what you got. And is there any even close crossover? I don't think there will be, but it'll be interesting.
Probably not. It's entirely predictable what my list what you're going to say at the end.
Uh,
But we'll go.
you want me to go first this time?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear what's your third best live album in your opinion.
Okay, this is kind of a late change up here. I did have another one, but I scratched it and put this one in, and it possibly could be higher, but going to leave it at number three. I got Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged.
Okay,
Um,
can't go wrong there.
it's the best MTV Unplugged for me.
Okay,
When I seen Lane singing Nutshell on that for the first time, and I know this has been spoken about millions of times, but even to this day, when I watch that, I'm like, chills, goosebumps. I'm like, my God, it's so sad. It's so sad. And like somebody said, that is the closest thing you can ever get to singing at your own funeral. It was
yeah,
so emotional. He was in so much pain, but in a way, it was, I'm not going to say special, but it was so memorable. They captured something so big. Like Jerry Cantrell had food poisoning that day. He's like puking into a bucket. If you watch that show, he has like a big, like a rubbish trash can beside him, and he's like puking into it throughout the show.
oh shit.
Lars and James are in the crowd, and the guitar, of course, has the friends don't let friends get what was it? Something haircuts. Friends don't let friends.
Oh, that whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
friends
yeah,
don't let friends cut their hair or something.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, it was brilliant. But yeah, that whole album was really special, and yeah, Lane just captivates me even to this day when I watch it live. It's so cool. So it's a great album. I'm looking to find it on vinyl. It's absolutely outrageous money because the original was very rare and it still is. And it's like €500 if you can find one in good nick. And
Jesus.
I'm not
Wow.
I'm not paying that. I don't have
Yeah.
it. But one day I will buy it because it's so special. So
Well,
that
you could stream it though, right? Can't you?
yeah, it's not the same.
No, I get that, but at least you can hear it. At least it's
Of
not like
course,
you
like
can't. Yeah.
I'll throw it on. I'm actually probably going to do a video on our YouTube channel, and I've started these. Has this song aged well, or does this song still hit the same? And I'm probably going to do Nutshell from that pretty coming soon, and it definitely
Okay. Excellent. Awesome. Good call. Good choice.
cool, cool.
So, my number three. So it's been quietly staring you in the face for like an hour now.
Okay,
My number three is the Pantera official live 101 proof. Um, so set lists are almost impossible to find from that era, but this came out in 98, I think 97. But I saw the tour that they recorded all this on, so the set lists are all pretty similar to what's on this album, and all the heavy hitters are there. I mean, all the songs you would expect Pantera to play, but they did like Suicide Note Part 2, like they did so. I mean, they were just tremendous. Pantera at their peak
oh
was
yeah,
just awesome, and this captures it really well, like the energy and basically what that band was about at that period of time.
yeah,
Catches all of it. It sounds awesome.
oh yeah.
Just a great live release. It's really
Great,
good.
great show. I remember
Yeah.
going to Dublin to buy that CD. I can still remember picking up that CD, and
Actually remember when I bought this too. I remember.
yeah, yeah. And you know what my first love of Pantera was? I knew, Cowboys and walk and all that domination. But when I heard Revolution Is My Name from that tour,
That song is so good.
oh my God. And when I seen the video with Vinnie Paul with the sticks on fire and that kind of breakdown, do. Fucking, that was it. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah. This
whoa,
is actually the shirt that I got at that show. So it
brilliant.
barely fits anymore, but I was like, yeah, I'll throw it on. Give some Pantera love for everybody.
I'm going to ask you a random question now, and my answer is Pantera,
Uh-oh.
the original Pantera. But if you could transform yourself to a show that you didn't attend, which one would it be? Or what band would you have loved to have seen?
Metallica Day on the Green 1985 in Oakland.
Okay.
It's easy to say any show at Cliff Burton, but that show would have been that's like one of their more well-known shows from that era. That would have just been amazing.
Right, right, yeah. I would have loved to have seen at any stage Pantera with Dime or another band that maybe is coming up in my list. I won't give it away. Keep you intrigued.
All right.
Okay, so it's over to me now, yeah?
Yep. Your number.
Well,
Yeah.
number two for me is I've spoken about this a few times on the podcast, but anybody new listening, this is an album that you must, and I mean must listen to. This is from a band called Lynyrd Skynyrd, and it's an album called One More from the Road. It was recorded in, I believe, Georgia. They were playing in this kind of a club that was closing down. It was almost like a fundraiser to kind of keep this club going. It was shortly before the airplane crash and the guys unfortunately passing away. But this album, I bought this on vinyl randomly in a record store in Ireland, and my buddy came up to me. I kind of know the guy that owns the shop. He's like, "Gavin, you need this." I'm like, "Yeah, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Yeah, I know the hits. I know Simple Man and Freeboard and Tuesday's Gone. All these." He's like, "No, no, take this. This is unbelievable." So I'm like, "Okay." Man, I still throw it on at least once a month and listen from start to finish. It's absolutely amazing. Some of the musicians in this band, Gary Rossington, the Alan guy, the drummer, oh my God, and of course the lead singer, what's his name? Van Zant,
One something
yeah,
Shemp Van Zant.
Van Zant, Ronnie, not Ronnie. Is it Ronnie? Anyway,
Steven.
brilliant band,
Uh,
brilliant band, and
Gu- Gus Van Zant? No,
no, I think it's no, sorry.
not the movie director.
But it's a special album, and I love like there's loads of little mistakes in it. There's a problem with an amp and there's a problem with piano, and it's all in it. They didn't take
That's perfect. That's
yeah,
perfect.
and
Yep.
you feel like you're there. You can hear
Yep.
shit falling, and you can hear the crowd coughing, and you actually immerse yourself in it. It's a beautiful. It's from 1973, 4, 5, somewhere around there. It's magical. One More from the Road from Lynyrd Skynyrd. Excellent album.
Awesome. Tremendous. So I saw Skinner. Don't ask me who was in the band. I saw them
Mm.
open for somebody in
Mm.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't.
couldn't tell you how many of the if there were I mean there were. I don't know how many of the original guys were still there, but now there's none of them.
No, Gary
So
Rossington was probably there, I'd imagine.
he didn't he just passed or retired
Yeah,
or something,
yeah,
didn't
he
he? Yeah.
passed. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, but Skinner is still a thing, but there's no
yeah.
actual original Skinner members. So it's like, is it really them anymore? Like I don't
Nah,
think so.
no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't count it for me, but
Yeah.
it's a great album.
Yeah. So all right, so back to me now. So my number two was Mr. Ozzy Osbourne himself, live at Budokan. This came out in February of 2002. This was released. Oh no, I'm sorry. They recorded it in February of 2002. Came out a little later in '02, but it was just a couple of months, like 2 months after I saw Ozzy in Hartford, which we just talked about in the previous episode we did
Yeah,
with our top 5 concerts. So I saw Ozzy just before they recorded this. So I did a little sleuthing. It was the identical set, except they added 4 songs
right.
for this live recording. They added Believer, Suicide Solution, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and Bark at the Moon that they did not do in Hartford, but they did it at Budokan.
Wow, it didn't do Bark at the
Um,
Moon.
not when I saw it in Hartford. and whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it is a little more Zach Wild praise here. It's guitar perfection.
Right.
This recording, I watch it. It's on YouTube now, so I'll pull it up on YouTube more than I will put the actual DVD in sometimes. But
Yeah.
uh, the lineup again: Zach Wild, Rob Trujillo, Mike Borden, and it's Ozzy's best band. It's perfection. There isn't a flaw on. They play just they're flawless. Zach Wild is perfect, and it sounds his guitar sound is monstrous, and that performance, that DVD captures it like perfectly. Just awesome performance.
Yeah, they were a special band, and you said on a previous podcast you'd take Zach Wild over Randy Rhoads.
Me, yeah. So it's weird because yeah, yes, the short answer is yes. But Randy Rhoads was the originator.
Hmm.
So it's like who's your favorite kid?
Yeah, I
I
know.
would imagine if I had kids, that's kind of how it would feel like. Like you can't go wrong with either one, but I think, and who knows what Randy, you will never know what Randy could have done or may have done in addition to or after Ozzy. Like we'll never know.
Yeah,
But Zach's got a pretty broad body of work, and he's
yeah.
just a
I think
tremendous guitar player.
I listened to the audiobook. I don't know if you ever read it or Ozzy's audiobook or his actual book. I listened to it on audio, and I listened to it this year, and it blew me away. But it was kind of he obviously talks about Randy and the whole plane and the crashing into the camper van or the truck or whatever they were in, and but he was kind of leaning towards, as Ozzy was telling the story, that Randy wanted out, and he was kind of getting fed up of it, and he was probably on his last tour. It's a heartbreaking story, but he was like classically trained guitarist. Like he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was like
Oh
the
yeah.
Cliff Burton of lead guitarists.
The originator. Yeah.
Yeah. He was so cool. But yeah, said I'd throw that out there. But great show. Great show. I must watch some more of that. I never really got in with Ozzy. I don't know why.
You should one of these nights pull up that performance,
I will.
pour yourself a beer, and literally just it's I don't know, it's an hour and a half. It's not like it's a super long concert or whatever.
Brilliant.
Just sit down, push play, and watch that show, and you're just gonna be like, wow.
I might
All
do
right.
it tonight.
You'll be like, I get it now.
Yeah, I might do it tonight. Brilliant. Okay, so it's my number one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I went slightly biased. Don't worry, it's not you two.
It's the other Irish band.
It's the only Irish band worth talking about. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous is one of the best albums ever. It's my number one. It was recorded in the prime of Thin Lizzy. It was recorded with the dual guitarists of Scott Gorham and the whole band. Brian Downey, they killed it. Phil was unbelievable. We talked to I said on a previous podcast with you, one of the best frontmen in the world was Ozzy Osbourne. Tin Lizzy weren't as big as Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne. They never really broke America. They were huge in Ireland and Europe and Australia and bits and pieces, but never really got going in America. But Phil Lynott as a frontman was special. His songwriting, his bass playing, his aura, his stage presence, he was a badass. Like he was a black guy in Ireland in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s. You know, it was a different world back then. He had a lot of shit to put up with, and he killed it. He was an icon, and to this day, Irish people, like, that's it for me. Like, yes, you two were way more successful than Thin Lizzy. Huge. Thin Lizzy didn't put a patch on them, but if you ever get time and watch that on YouTube, there's some footage. There's some footage of Thin Lizzy. It's a little bit later, live in Sydney. But that album is recorded in Philadelphia, London, and I think there's two venues in London and Philadelphia. In Canada, Toronto, I think there's some songs from. It's unbelievable. It's a great listen. Again, similar to One More from the Road, you can hear the fans interact, and you can hear Phil. Phil tells a famous line, "Is there any Irish in here?" and you hear, I think it's recorded in London, and you hear a couple of squares, and he goes, "Does anybody else want a little bit more Irish in them?" Just a little bit of satire, a little bit of
That's
fun, like. But he was a cool dude, and Air Band, Metallica, James Hetfield loved them. Nearly
oh yeah,
nearly every time they come to Ireland, he will do a quick visit to the Phil Lynott statue in Dublin, and
yeah.
he'll leave whatever and take a photo. He done it at the Slane Castle show that we talked about in the last podcast. He made a wee trip in. They have great time for him, and like Philomena, Phil's mom, and everything. Like I love that two of my loves in music connected together. Even Lynyrd Skynyrd as well. Hetfield loves Skynyrd. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that's
album.
great.
If you're ever on a drive and you have like an hour or 2 hours of just listening to something new, if you're not afraid to kind of have a taste of new music, please give "Live and Dangerous" by Thin Lizzy a listen. You won't be disappointed.
Will do. Got it. All right. So my number one, oh,
Do
I
it.
bet you can guess the band.
Does it begin with M? There we
It
go.
does. It does. Uh, S&M from Metallica, recorded in April of 1999 with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra at Berkeley in just outside of San Francisco.
Yes.
And everyone's familiar with it. I'm sure everybody in our world, anyway,
Hmm.
is at least on some level familiar with it. Um, this album, to me, to a lot of people, captures James Hetfield's absolute vocal peak. It's the best he's ever sounded vocally. I don't care what they did to his voice before, during, or after the performance.
Mm.
It sounds fucking tremendous.
Yeah.
His voice is perfect. That era, 98, 99 into 2000, his vocals are just perfect. It's great. It was new. It was something really, really new and interesting and exciting for me as a Metallica fan. I couldn't wait to hear it when I heard about it. And then getting to see it in November of 1999 when they played at Madison Square Garden was incredible. I don't know how that. Basically the only reason that didn't make my top 5 concerts was because I didn't want to stuff the ballot with too much Metallica.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was right there. Call it like 5A.
Yeah.
Um, the version of One with the symphony it's almost like a different song. There's so much happening and so much going on, and it just changed uh, uh, the, the the way you listened to some of these songs.
Mm.
The parts that really stand out, like I listen to a random live version of songs, and I hear like symphony parts in my head from some of them. It's maybe that's just me. That and the Outlaw Torn, the version of Outlaw Torn was amazing.
Yes.
And the only thing that might be better is the S&M 2 version of the Outlaw Torn, because it was just raw emotion from James, but it's just sounds so amazing.
Yeah.
And then they've dropped the surprise. Here's 2 brand new songs that we're just going to play live and never put on an album, and just here you go. Here's 2 new songs: No Leaf Clover and Mine is Human.
Yeah.
Clover's a live. I don't know if I'd call it a live staple, but it's certainly not a rarity in the set these days.
Hmm.
They play it just enough so that it's like it's a treat, but it's not super deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
They play it
Deep
just
though.
enough to, yeah. And Minus Human, they've only played it at those 4 symphony shows: the 2 in Cali, the one in New York, the one in Germany. And they've never played it again.
Yeah. I remember listening to that album when it came out, and No Leaf Clover really stood out for me.
The
I was
guitar solo.
Yeah, I was saying off air, like it wouldn't be one that I would go to too often, because for me, and everybody's different. There's no right and there's no wrong here. Some of the tracks I find, like Master of Puppets, just didn't work for me. I was like, no, I hear the other one. I just can't let that one in. It just doesn't, whatever vibrations I'm bringing in, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But No Leaf Clover and Outlaw Torn and some of the deeper cuts then on even S&M2 and that, like Bleeding Me. Was Bleeding Me on S&M2?
No, it's one.
It was one, yeah. Like that, them slower tracks I think work better. But when they tried to work the thrashers with the orchestra, it just didn't really work for me. But that's just me.
I think one is a little more of an acceptable. Like one certainly works better than Battery did,
Yeah, Battery too, yeah.
and I love that version of Battery. It's killer. But the that version of one is just it's so big. Like the sound, it's so big and just bam, like it's great.
But that's why they're the best at what they do. They've done everything. They've done the best thrash metal albums in the world. They've done the best hard rock album ever, you know, whatever you want to call it, the Black Album. Then they morphed into, you know, their Load and Reload, which was so brave and so they didn't have nothing left to prove. They just did this. And then they say, let's do this orchestra and fucking nail it. Like it probably
Yeah.
sold God knows how many sales. And now, you know, if they're still going, they dip their toes back into kind of a trash album with that Magnetic, and the kind of still the train's going, and maybe there's going to be another big tick at the end of next year with something else different, something else.
Yeah, there's gonna be.
There's going to be
Yeah, there's gonna be something late, probably. Yeah, there's gonna be something late next year. Everybody's gonna be pretty excited about.
allegedly, of course,
Of
allegedly.
course,
Yes,
of course.
yes. But yeah, that will happen, and that will be amazing. That will be so.
I'm already making plans. Put it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing it, but I will try my damnedest if it does happen. But yeah, man, that was a blast. A lot of different stuff there. I'm definitely going to check out the Ozzy show, and I'd love for you to check out one of them and maybe come back and we'll recap them and think what you listened to Live and Dangerous and maybe one more from the road, and I'll listen to your two, and we'll shoot the shit and kind of recap them. That could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That'd be really cool.
thanks as always, Dave, for coming on. I really appreciate it. You're always welcome here on That Sound Podcast. And yeah,
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for having me.
no problem. We'll see you again soon.
Take care, man.
All right, man.